A sterilization cure funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has reportedly cured or sterilized HIV. But before I get any further, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're interested in groundbreaking research such as HIV infection that has damaged and destructed, caused so much destruction in our planet, stop right here. This is the video for you. All right. Now, the Esperanza patient. All right, this is what they're calling it. A woman from Argentina who has become only the second documented person whose own immune system may have cured her of HIV. All right. Now, these researchers are dubbing this 30-year-old mother who was diagnosed with HIV in 2013 the Esperanza patient, because this is the town that she lives in Argentina. And Esperanza means hope. All right, so this is very, very great, people. But let's get into this study. But before we do, once again, hit the like button, subscribe, people. This is great information that you're getting here. All right, this is groundbreaking stuff. This isn't gossip. You want gossip? They got many channels all over the place that you can get that from. But here we're talking about stuff that can really help you. All right. Now, a study that came out Monday in the Annals of Internal Medicine said they believe these findings will indeed bring hope to the estimated 38 million people globally living with HIV. All right. Now, HIV is a human immunovirus. All right. It's been around for quite some time, since they say about 1970, when the first in the 70s the first person had it, and caused most of its chaos in the 80s and 90s, and still to this day. All right. Now, for a long time, there has been people who are resistant to HIV. All right. These people have a genetic mutation known as CCR5 delta 32 and is responsible for the two types of HIV resistance that exist. All right. So there is resistance in a small population of people in the world. All right. And they all carry the CCR32 gene. So this woman, all right, Esperanza, we're going to call her, was given a, how would you say, a treatment that had the CCR5 gene, all right, and it led to her being undetectable, all right, in many cells in her body, all right. This is groundbreaking because at one time we know people were taking the medication, and the virus is still present, but it's undetectable in most tests, but it's still there. Well, this study here is completely sterilizing a person who underwent an allogeneic hematopoietic stem cell transplantation from the people who have CCR532 gene polymorphism. Now, polymorphisms meaning multiple changes. All right, the CCR32 gene has different changes in it from the average human being. So they took the blood of this person and gave them a stem cell transplant, and it led to sterilizing HIV in the person's body. All right, this woman must be hysterical and happy that she no longer has HIV. All right. This study clearly is still in the early stages, but they've been studying this gene mutation for quite some time. All right. As we know, at one time, this terrible disease was uncurable. Now it is considered a chronic disease, and people can live very long lives. All right. But they will still be living with a chronic disease similar to diabetes. But obviously, all these conditions have different side effects and things of that nature. But what do we have here today? A groundbreaking study showing that HIV cure is getting closer and closer. All right. We're walking into a new realm of life here where all illnesses are seeming to one day possibly be cured. All right. This is big, people. All right. Now, they're going to obviously study this much deeper, but this is groundbreaking. Obviously, this is one individual, and obviously, they have to figure out how they can make it work in many people, because obviously, all human beings have different um genetics, but we also have a lot of the same DNA that probably can be used to be able to find a way to cure everyone and possibly make a vaccine where we will completely be safe from HIV. We all should look forward to a day of such. All right. You can go back in history. There was a woman named Lauren Wilberg, 67-year-old. She was diagnosed with HIV in 1992, and her own immune system washed out the virus completely. All right. They checked the majority of her cells and couldn't find one bit of the virus. So we know that the cure exists in human beings, and it's just going to take some time to develop that vaccine to eliminate it from all human beings. All right, and we should look forward to that day. So, what does that mean? This means that sexual behaviors should still be considered a high priority and should still protect yourself. Just because they're coming up with cures for hepatitis B, another blood disease that they cured, all right, and HIV, does not mean that we should go out and start raw dogging it. All right, just like dogs do in the street. Raw dog. There's a reason why they call it raw dog, because the dogs don't use condoms. But dogs don't have brains that can let them go to a corner store or go to Walgreens or Walmart and go buy a box of condoms to save their life. All right. Us human beings have much more intelligence and we definitely can help ourselves out. But unfortunately, human beings have habits. And one of those things that are entwined with us is reproduction. And with reproduction takes sex. And sex takes exchanging of bodily fluids. And when bodily fluids exchange, transference of diseases and genes occur. So what we need to do is to keep working. We need to support our science and health communities to keep pushing for cures for diseases so we as a society can live a much healthier life. All right. As they said, there's 38 million people globally living with the virus. And there's a whole bunch more people who don't even know they're infected. All right. So we need to emphasis, we need to focus on helping these people out and also preventing any future illnesses that someone may come across. All right. This video is not going to be too long, but just know that the HIV fight is turning a tide, people. All right. If those who have any family members suffering from this chronic disease now considered a chronic disease, they may benefit one day from these elite controllers of people whose own immune systems can fight off HIV. And now this is groundbreaking research, all right? Groundbreaking research that HIV has not been reduced. It was sterilized in this woman. We know what sterilizing is. When you take a spoon and you boil it in hot water, you check for bacteria, 9 times out of 10, that bacteria is no longer on that spoon. All right. So if you like this video, the research, we're going in depth. Remember, this gene is called the CCR5 Delta 32. It's only in a small amount of people. All right. And they're using this study to figure out how it could be passed on to the regular population to create a vaccine or a cure. All right. Like I said, hit the subscribe button if you like this video. I am the Faces Caseworker. And till next time.